everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Srimanti and I'm currently working as an ML engineer. Today we are going to talk about Deepseek, the AI model that's shaking up the industry and giving the big players like OpenAI and Google a run for their money. Whether you are a developer, researcher, or just curious about the future of AI, this crash course is for you. Okay, so what is Deepseek? Deepseek is an advanced AI platform that is developed by a Chinese startup that's making waves since 2023. It's open source, cost effective, and incredibly versatile. From coding to natural language processing, DeepSeek is proving to be a game changer. And today we are going to show you how to use DeepSeek. So first one was DeepSeek Coder, which was released in 2023, and this model is specifically designed for coding tasks. It can debug, optimize, and even write code in multiple programming languages. Developers love it for its real-time suggestions and efficiency, but it was not very good. We've used it in our company as well, and it's not very good in benchmarks or anything. Next came Deepseek LLM, which was a general purpose model for natural language processing, but it did not really generalize to all the tasks, so it was not that good either. Now in 2024, Deepseek leveled up with V2, which was featuring 236 billion parameters. Well, if you want to imagine how much that means, Llama 3.18b, which has been here for a long time, it has 8 billion parameters, and 70b Llama, that one has 70 billion parameters. But 236 billion parameters has been unheard of, and the open source model, they were literally the first ones to get this done. So this one was V2, but still it was not very good and was not very much in par with all the benchmarks that we have right now. So DeepSeek V3 was the game changer. So in 2025, we had DeepSeek V3, which is a 671 billion parameter powerhouse. It's optimized for reasoning, coding, and even mathematical problem solving. Okay, so now enough talk. Let's start using DeepSeek. Also one more thing wanted to say. DeepSeek V3, extremely great. And DeepSeek R1 also released after a few days after DeepSeek V3. So that one was very cool as well. So it focuses on logical reasoning and problem solving. So as you know, like O1, OpenAI released O1 and O3, which was like shaking the world because it was able to do so much high reasoning, and it was $200 per month, O1. And it had huge long traces of reasoning and all, and it was supposed to be extremely brilliant. DeepSeek R1 is open source and it shows its thought traces, which is crazy. O1 did not used to show us its thought traces. And okay, so let's now enough talk about this. Let's start using R1. Yeah, so as you can see right here, so this is the main site of the DeepSeek. Let's start using this. So yeah, as you can see, this is the R1, which is the reasoning one, and you can also search the web when necessary. Let's keep both of them on. Okay, so let's see this, how it's going to look like when you're doing the famous question, how many R's are there in strawberry? You know this, right? Let's do that. How many R's in strawberry? This is crazy question. As you know, all the LLMs always get it wrong. Okay. Maybe we don't need search, so let's do that. Yeah, let's see. As you can see right here, it will show us all the thought processes that we have. And strawberry is like an infamous question that most of the people are not able to solve. Most of the LLMs are not able to solve. So O1 was able to solve, and I think DeepSeek is also able to solve. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, as you see, it contains the 3 instances of the letter R, which is crazy. Yeah, and one more awesome thing, DeepSeek. So DeepSeek API key you can use directly, and it has support through the OpenAI interface as well, which is really awesome because you can just use DeepSeek very, very easily. So as you can see right here, so you just have to do pip install OpenAI. So go inside your virtual environment. Mine, it's YouTube Teach. You can also not go inside your virtual environment, doesn't really matter. So just do pip install OpenAI, and I've already installed it, so I'm not going to install it again. Just do that. Then do OpenAI, import OpenAI, and then you have the client. OpenAI API key would be DeepSeek API key. So you can get the API key very, very easily from the site. Yeah, as you can see right here. So this is your apidocs.deepseek.com. And here you can simply go into your first API call and apply for an API key. So I've already got an API key, so I'm going to use that. Just plug your API key in here, and then do simply client OpenAI API key equal to your API key and base URL being the api.deepseek.com. Absolutely free, first class product. So you can just start building any app you want right now, any chatbot, customer support, or salesperson support, whatever app you want, you can do it completely free. You don't need to pay for $20 a month for OpenAI ChatGPT 4o, or you don't need to pay $200 a month for O1. It's all free. So the entire huge corporational thing has been destroyed, completely demolished. That's the fun part, and that's the amazing part. We have everything at our hands now. You are the most powerful person on earth. So response to client.chat.completions.create. This is the way you would do normally, and just put in the model name. There are two models. So DeepSeek V3 is the DeepSeek Chat one, and for the R1 you have DeepSeek Reasoner model. Just do that. Pass in your helpful assistant hello, whatever you want to do. You can also put in streaming as true if you want to stream. We don't want to stream. And then it is actually same as GPT-4. So I made videos before on using GPT-4. Just throw them out and use DeepSeek there. Don't have to pay for anything, completely free. There you go. Two or three few prompts I would suggest you use is one of them being very cool one. I really found out that you suppose you want to use it for coding, excellent coding assistant. You will support the coding task that I mentioned and write suitable and errorless code. That's it. And then you write here, I don't know, write a Fibonacci function. Maybe Fibonacci function is too easy. Write all the steps and files needed for creating an app from scratch. What kind of app? Creating a, let's say, personal website app from scratch. Give the entire code. Amazing. Give this in chat and then you will see the results. Awesome. So we have the entire code here. Personal website from scratch. So set up the project structure. Personal website, create subfolder. Inside the subfolder, create the folder, CSS, JS, and images. And then you create the files and write the HTML code. It has written the entire HTML code. Awesome. And you want to add images, just add them in your folder. Test your website, open the index, deploy your website, GitHub pages, everything it has got. Exactly. So then you can just prompt it to add changes to your code and whatever you want. Literally a coding assistant you have here for free. That is what makes it amazing. Yes, I do want to discuss one thing. So Deepseek R1 paper, I would encourage all of you to read through this, but I have read through the paper and I want to point out some cool things that I saw here that was used in the training of R1. So basically what they did was this conversation between user and assistant, as you can see right here. So the user asks a question and the assistant solves it. So basically DeepSeek R1, what they did was they passed in thousands of samples of long traces of COT reasoning. What do I mean by COT? Chain of thought. So chain of thought reasoning. Okay, so now we are going to do this. Maybe this doesn't look right. Maybe I'll try this procedure. Maybe I'll try that procedure, and on and on and on. So it passed in thousands of examples of such long traces of COT and encouraged the model to think of its own. So as you can see, this one within the answer tags, they enclose the answer, and with the think token, they encourage the model to think like a human. They did have to provide some examples, datasets, otherwise it was not possible. But this they generated in an RL environment. What do I mean by that? So reinforcement learning environment. Exactly. Come on, look at this. So this is the performance of DeepSeek R10. So R10 was a previous model that they experimented with before releasing R1. So in R10, they directly trained from the base model. But in R1, they fine-tuned it first with some examples of COT, and then they did RL on it, or reinforcement learning on it. So what do I mean by that? So they created an environment where the model was able to give an answer, reevaluate it itself, and then go back and then again change the answer and again reevaluate it until and unless it actually felt confident that the answer was correct. This is awesome. This is RL, and previously nobody has been able to do it except O1. Obviously, they were charging $200 a month, which is crazy. Well, for your knowledge, $200 means almost 20,000 per month. So that is someone's salary. But yeah, so this R1 that they were doing, O1 that we were doing was crazy. But now Deepseek R1 has destroyed everything forever. It is going to be like a Sputnik moment. It is going to be an indelible, it's going to leave an indelible mark on this AI race. Okay, so enough talk. So this Deepseek R1, so what they did was they created this environment where it was able to do many iterations over itself of the wrong answers, and from 15.6% they jumped to 71% with this reinforcement learning technique, which is like comparable to the OpenAI O1. So we don't need to spend any more money, and OpenAI, it's over for OpenAI. And okay, I'll show you one more thing. Yeah, so here as you can see, this is an example, crazy example. Suppose the question is, this is kind of like a JEE main level question. So JEE main is, if you don't know, JEE main is one of the toughest, second toughest exam in engineering for engineering students in India. Okay, so if A is greater than 1, then the sum of the real solutions of this is equal to. So the response is going to be think, right? Inside the think token, we are encouraging it to think. So what did it do? So to solve the equation, let's start by squaring both. It's not possible to solve it this way. And then did some more things. And then, just like humans have the aha moment, they also had the aha moment, which is like literally crazy. And the researchers also had this aha moment where they realized that the model is able to get the aha moment. So it's almost like AI is taking over, AGI is coming. Yeah. We're all excited about this. And then you see, let's reevaluate this step by step. And then as soon as they got that, it's over. So they took this, they squared it, and then again took it back, and then they squared both sides. So that's it. And this solved the equation correctly. So this was an interesting aha moment for us, as in the researchers as well. They mentioned in the paper that they were able to witness the power and beauty of the reinforcement learning, which made it so powerful actually. Okay, so now enough about this, about the paper. I hope you have a good idea now. So if you also want to do this, then it's up to you. You can do this as well, but you're going to need a lot of GPUs because this is like almost 671 billion parameters. So it's not going to fit. It's also difficult to fit on any number of GPUs, or one GPU, two GPU. It's going to take a lot of GPUs to fit, to fine tune this, or to make it even better, to work on this, to make a similar model like this. Since they had the support of a hedge fund with them, that is why they were able to do it. But you can use it because it's free. That is my point. Yeah, so this is the example that you can put in inside R1 and then run it. I will encourage all of you to do it. This is going to be a task for you, and I'll soon make videos on how you can integrate DeepSeek into day-to-day lives, and how you can do things like this, and how you can actually make a side hustle for yourself and earn money. Yeah, so here's where the things get really interesting. DeepSeek hasn't just disrupted the AI world, it's also shaken up the stock market. Nvidia, which is the chip giant that has been riding the AI boom, recently saw its stock plunge by 17%, wiping out nearly $600 billion in market value in a single day. So basically, DeepSeek's success lies in its ability to train advanced AI models using very less and very less powerful chips, which reduces the demand for NVIDIA's high-end GPUs. So now people who are investing in NVIDIA so much because they thought that GPU would be our future, because we will need more LLMs, more resources for everything. For training, we need GPUs, and therefore NVIDIA is the only thing that provides GPUs. That is why everyone wanted to buy stocks of NVIDIA, and NVIDIA was propelling high very rapidly. But as soon as DeepSeek came out, and DeepSeek was actually a side project, that's crazy. Because of this, NVIDIA actually lost a lot of market value in just a few days because of DeepSeek. See you. Bye-bye.